cold water and peroxide. Dude, if you have laundry problems, just call me.
That's good to know.
I figured you were
I'm the
busy.
stain master, man.
Maybe that will be where the episode starts.
Yeah, you can cut some good. We've had some good stuff before that.
We've had some good stuff. Had some good stuff. Yeah, we're just going around the horn on all kinds of topics. So it's been a minute, but as you know, we don't know how to start the podcast. So it'll either be that or something along the lines of Woe and Late to the Movies. My name is Ben Holden, this podcast where my friends and I get to fill in our movie blind spots. Each week we'll pick a film that either I or a guest hasn't seen before and really should have by now. This is going to be one of those months where that's debatable. I was reflecting recently that post-hiatus, the last month we recorded episodes for was Oscars month, and I would have watched those movies anyway. So technically, the last movie I watched for the podcast was Cats. So,
oh my goodness,
we're sort of getting away from the kind of point of the show. But anyway, Jaws 2 is going to be the high point of this month because it is yet another Halloween in June sequels month. There was the original Halloween in June where I was just like, I wanted to do some spooky movies a couple years ago. Last year, Halloween in June Part 2, July, we did weird and strange sequels to horror movies we'd done before. This year, for the 50th anniversary of Jaws, for Halloween in June, it'll be all Jaws sequels.
Oh.
We're going to go in order. So Jaws 2 is first. I'm going to put out like a re-release of the Jaws episode from a couple years ago so people can remember what that was like when the podcast was good.
Whoa. Okay.
Hey.
Jokes. Self-deprecating. The fans love it. All 12.
I like your Charlie Brown thing artwork. Sorry.
Right? That was a birthday present.
That's great.
It is great.
Is it like from the
When was your birthday?
March 18th.
Oh, mine's March 17th. Happy
Yeah.
belated.
Yeah, thank you very much. You as well.
Thanks.
Mine's April 7th, by the way, if anyone wanted to know.
April 7th?
April 7th.
Happy belated.
Thank you.
Yeah.
No.
You wished me happy birthday.
I did wish you.
You did.
Yeah,
I wish you happy
probably.
birthday.
Thanks.
Probably did that, yeah.
Sorry.
Anyway, yeah, you were busy around then, I think.
Yeah, I just started my leave.
Right.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Jaws 2's today. Left to right across your podcast dials. Our guest, Patrick's here.
Hey, everybody.
And Brady's here.
Hey, how's it going?
It's going good. Sometimes people do like a quote from the movie, but this movie, I don't know. You can just like scream like a teenager for 45 minutes.
What a scream queen movie.
One of the only lines, and I don't want to, one of the only lines I remember from this movie that a teen said, Roy Scheider's a different thing because that's like a character I care about. But one of the characters is introduced from afar. One of the teen girls, and one of the guys says about her, she's got tits like a sparrow.
Like a sparrow.
Yeah.
What does that mean? Is it a bird pun?
I think so.
But sparrows are...
Isn't there like a bird
Yeah.
called a tit too?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what
Is
I'm
that
saying.
the,
Is it
that's
a bird?
the joke?
Is that the joke?
I
Or
mean,
it's like saying like
I know we
Can
got
we
a
also-
movie to talk
like
about.
birds
but-
have breasts,
yes.
so they're
And
small
then
like a
tits are
sparrow.
bird. Yeah. I also that whole introduction of that character. Why is everybody like, oh, I want to fuck her, and she's like in a pantsuit?
Yeah, she's all
She's
polyester.
just trying to live her
She's
life.
all
She just literally just like visiting this nice island for the summer, and they're all like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
her, and she's like, I have meetings to run. All right.
Yeah, I'm busy. I also thought the blonde who's
Praise, or the one.
the one who prays.
Yeah.
Yes.
Is that
I
the
thought
same as the
she
one that
was-
is on the boat that gets found on the boat?
Yes.
Later?
No.
Different blonde?
Different one. That's
different
Tina.
one. Okay.
That
You're
is
you're
Tina.
thinking of the one at towards the end then that's
Towards
stuck
the
on
end.
the thing with Sean.
Yes.
Okay.
She was much cuter in
Yeah.
terms of
Yeah.
like being supposed to be
Yeah,
the it
Brady, can you
character.
rank all the female characters?
Yeah,
in
no
this
problem.
movie?
Let me rank the 17-year-olds from a 70-year-old movie. No, I do. I also thought it was interesting that Roy Schreiber's character, when she I think it was her, goes to cut the ribbon, he dog whistles or he whistles.
Yes.
Yeah, he does.
I was
Yeah.
like, what are
With-
we-
with his, like-
wife next
with his
to him?
wife next to him, with his like 6-year-old son on his lap.
Yeah, to the point where it's like, oh, does he know this? I'm like, no, he's just being a creepy dude.
Yeah, there's not a lot of content. I like to not that I'm going to steal opinions ever, but I like to the podcast, the YouTube channels I watch, I like to hear their takes about stuff that I watch generally.
Yeah.
There's not a lot about Jaws 2 out there, but there is a Cinema Sins episode. I don't like Cinema Sins, but they did ring the bell for him dog whistling.
Oh, they did. Yeah.
They also rung the bell for I didn't notice it just because I was paying less attention, I guess. But the banner for that event is like 14 words long.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is
It
it like
says
grand
Andy's
opening of the extravagly new hotel for
And it's
Yeah,
for,
pretty much.
Island?
and it's for the scholarship thing
Yes.
too, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I was also like $1,500. Wow.
Yeah,
dude,
what a
really,
philanthropy.
Yeah, seriously.
really
Real.
spending a lot. Even in 1979 money. Let's be for real.
Yeah, they could only buy like a house and go to college.
That's
on
a
that
switch
back
too.
then.
That's a switch. Yeah, exactly.
Anyway, yeah, so that's the movie. Before we get there, though, have you guys watched anything good since Conclave?
I've watched a couple things, as we talked about. I don't know if it'll make it into the podcast. Finished Andor season 2, so did a Rogue One rewatch. I also watched the movie Dumb Money, which is about like the GameStop short. It's kind of like a biopic of that guy.
Is Paul Dano in that?
Paul Dano
Yeah.
is in it.
Born to play that role.
And I did a Steve Jobs rewatch because people on Twitter were talking
Michael
about
Fassbender, Steve Jobs,
it. Michael Fassbender,
or
Steve
not
Jobs.
the Ashton Kutcher, Steve
Not the
Jobs?
Ashton Kutcher one.
Those came out the same year, right?
Within a couple of years of each other.
The Fassbender, directed by Danny Boyle. I love that.
Significantly better. I will say it succeeds in spite of Aaron Sorkin's writing and not because
Interesting.
of it.
I just enjoy Sorkin's style. I'm not
There's
saying it's always good. I'm
there's-
saying it's
Bentley's canceled.
fun to like. There's a rhythm to it that is fun.
I agree.
I think a lot of his stuff is bad, but it's still interesting.
I agree. I think there's
I said it was interesting.
I thought it was interesting. There's two movies that I think, in the hands of a capable director, it really stands out. Obviously, The Social Network being one, this one being another. I will say
Moneyball.
Moneyball again. I forgot he did Moneyball because that feels
Hard
the
not
least.
to be romantic about baseball.
That feels
he
the
wrote
least
that
Sorkin out of
Yes,
all the movies
because
that
it's
I
very
didn't-
slow.
Is it not based on a book though?
It is. I read the
kind
book.
of?
It's
So,
very
Did he write that
different, though.
line, or did he just?
No,
pull
the
dialogue
book
out?
is like about the
Jonah Hill's character doesn't
Stuff.
exist in real life.
yeah.
But he does reuse a line from The West Wing, and that is in my review. Season 4, episode
reused
1
the
of The
line
West Wing. He reuses the line. It's like, Aaron,
If
don't
we
think I didn't notice, buddy. I
So-
noticed.
from over 10 years ago,
That's a paddling.
there's a great supercut of like stuff throughout all of his work of that is him recycling lines.
I see. He really likes the line, God created the universe in 7 days. Well, we'll be sure to ask you how you did that.
Yeah.
It's like,
Gather ye rosebuds used a lot.
My wife and I are rewatching Twin Peaks, so we're about halfway through season 1.
worth a watch?
Absolutely,
Well, here's the thing. Brady doesn't like doppelgangers.
No. I would.
but it's not like
It's-
Pete Davidson looking doppelganger.
Gotcha.
It's
gotcha,
like
gotcha.
you should hunt.
I still need to watch Raised by Wolves. I was really hoping to be able to give you your copy back when you got back.
I'm glad
from
you
leave.
brought it up.
But I have it like out ready to be watched.
You're home alone. Now is a great time.
Now
to
is
start.
the time really to start. I should.
Yeah. That said, we're a minute 33. Yeah. We'll find 10 minutes out of that.
Yeah, that was good.
It's
Yeah,
all
I think
good.
we're
my
great.
gosh.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Let's talk.
I'm sorry. Let's Jaws
Lots
2.
too.
Hey,
I don't
how did you
want
think?
to.
He watches so much
Who's doing this?
Taskmaster, he became one.
Just from a standpoint of like, efficiency, and
Yeah,
pacing,
no. Let's who's got the summary?
we're usually doing
I've
like
always
it.
done the summary. It's your turn
Oh
for the
my God,
summary.
dude.
you have to name every teenager.
Oh my!
I know
couldn't
Mike.
name-
Mike,
What's his Sean?
Sean's his brother.
Yep.
Those are only two you really need to know.
Larry.
There's the guy from Christine.
yeah.
Who's
car,
the guy who
car.
got eaten? Who?
Which-
Tina's Joy. That was the name of the.
Larry?
Crazy to name your
Greg? Is there a Greg?
boat after your high school girlfriend, even if it's like a little schooner. You know what I mean?
Schooner.
Don't name it Tina's Joy.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
creepy.
Tina's Joy. Yeah.
Creepy.
Which
Yeah, but they need a blanket because she's getting.
and the mom was
the
like,
mom's
oh,
getting
my-
upset because she has black and blue bruises on her ass. I was like, okay.
Cinema
One minute-
Sins did ding that for why is
Okay.
your mom so worried about your ass?
Okay, Jaws summary.
Yes,
Real quick. Okay.
just two.
Duh.
Jaws 2, sorry. Once again, Amity Island. We have Chief Brody, who is enjoying another summer at Amity Island. Movie starts with a deep sea diver who is two that are attacked. They're taking photographs. And then it quickly goes on to introducing all these high school kids. There's also some investors in town for an opening of some hotel like upscale motel thing. He thinks that there's a shark in the water. Turns out to be a school of fish. Loses his job. Tells Mike. Yeah, because he shoots at it with a kid in the water.
Yeah,
like,
he points a gun at a
goes.
child. Then it's like, this is bullshit.
I'm doing an awful job with the summary. So after he does that, he gets fired. He expects Mike to work and not hang out on the boat because he's convinced that there is a shark. Sure enough, he is he is vindicated.
Mm-hmm.
There is a shark, unsurprisingly. Shark starts attacking everybody and anybody that it can. And turns out to damage some of these sailboats that these kids have. Chief Brody's trying to find these kids. They're getting dangerously close to this cable island. That becomes a big plot point. The cable that gives the electricity to the town. They're drifting on the sea in the island, dangerously close, but not being able to direct while the shark is circling them. Chief Brody finds them. He needs to save his son Sean that he just found out is with the group. So he's trying to get on the raft and also, I don't know, like scale the cable, and then convinces the shark to bite the cable. And the worst pyrotechnics you've ever seen in your entire life happen. And that's and then the movie's done. They're unclear if they ever saved or not, or if they just end up on that cable island.
They're all pretty happy.
Very happy at the end.
Just that one shark is dead, but like other dangers.
And they're also stuck on an island with no way to communicate because the power to the entire island is gone. And the only helicopter who knew where they were has been eaten.
That's what I use as my backdrop.
The shark does eat a helicopter. That's true.
For the movie.
Sorry, I did a bad job with that summary because
I will say, Patrick,
okay.
the
I also
movie
watched
is
it in-
not very well done.
Yeah, it doesn't really
I was
have a
gonna
plot.
say, you mentioned something being like unable to be directed, and speaking of an inability to direct, this film's directed by Jeannot Szwarc. You can see a lot of archival interviews of him saying like, we think in this one we really need to show the shark a lot. His take was like, people have already seen the shark, so that whole like hiding the shark, the whole Hitchcockian suspense thing of the first movie, it's not going to work this time, so let's not try.
Yeah.
So
it's also like it feels very made for TV movie, which I don't necessarily think is like an insult to it, but there's a lot of things where I'm like, okay, it's so meandering.
It's made for drive-in movie.
Made for a drive-in movie.
That's what it is.
Oh, I like that.
So
You're
it's
kissing your
made,
girl.
Exactly. It's made for necking in the car and seeing some sharks and dead bodies every once in a while.
It is weird the extent to which this is sort of a template of because this is still in the 70s, but sort of a slasher movie. It's like, let's get a bunch of disposable teens to
it's a
make
drive-in
out
movie.
And
I was surprised that
he hot
let's put
in
a
the
double bill
summer.
with Jaws.
Yeah.
And Jaws
weird.
2, like you're gonna be cruising along on Tina's Joy at that point.
Yeah, you are.
So you might as well just bust out that blanket
It's
and pay attention when somebody's screaming.
I will say there was some cool moments in this that made it not totally like irredeemable for me. And I don't think they were necessarily good. I thought when the shark first attacks that boat and it gets covered in oil and she lights it on fire and then the shark is like burnt for the rest of the movie.
Very birds coated too.
And then when the shark shows up again, he's burned, so that's that
You're
shark.
like, that's the shark. And then I thought the scene where
she also pours all the gasoline on herself and then lets flare.
And then that crazy jump scare of her burned body when Chief Brody
when Chief Brody's like
goes into the water and then it like goes up and it's right there, her dead burnt corpse.
Not as much gore in this one. I will also say full disclosure, I am not the biggest Jaws fan in the world.
Dun dun.
Like the original Jaws, I just don't love it. I think it's something that like, yeah, I would rather, if I'm going to have a killer with no motive, I would rather have it, you know, like be like Jason.
Oh, I see. Or
Yeah.
Jason's mom.
Or Jason's mom.
Yeah. This is definitely more like soulless slasher vibes, whereas the first one has characters.
Yeah, I mean, like
who have like
Hooper,
who they have
Quinn,
stakes.
Hooper and Quinn, they kind of make the first one, right? Like
Yeah,
that
it's about
whole-
these guys. And
Yeah,
their
this
foibles.
one is like Chief Brody is like PTSD, and he's got, you know, a kid and then a wife who works for the mayor and kind of is like has the hots for his wife.
Yeah, the mayor.
Different
It's
guy.
like the investor.
One of the
Yeah.
7 or 8 guys who is in a vague position of authority on this
Yes.
island.
Yeah, council member.
He's one of the investors. He's also on the city council.
A little conflict of interest there, I imagine. Yeah.
He's also constantly hitting on this guy's wife in front of him.
Yeah, he like
I don't know
does
what
the
I'd do without her.
really.
Really?
Neither
would I. I also what I was gonna say is that the scene just after the I need a blanket scene is when the shark hat. What's that guy's name? Tina's boyfriend.
Yeah.
Larry, I'm just going to assume everyone's Larry unless they're Mike or Sean.
Yeah.
I
And
just know they say Larry a lot. Larry might be an adult.
the shark has grabbed him and he's like moving through and
Whips him
he's
into
like
the
going
boat,
like
yeah.
this.
Yes.
I did think that was like a fun shot.
My favorite part.
I like the part where the shark hits him into the boat.
Yes.
I like the part where the shark eats somebody right in front of Sean.
Yeah.
Because really, it's the only
only-
reason why Sean exists in the movie.
The only
to
team
be,
that
like,
was actually
scared,
helping
he's
Sean.
like-
But just because like you need to see, like, I'm not gonna lie, I laughed a lot at that part because it's like clearly this kid is there just to be traumatized.
Yeah, just to. Also, I love how like Mike is severely injured to the point of being unconscious.
And
Where
then
he's like, "We got to
and
get
then
him
he's
to the
awake.
doctor," and he's like, "Dad,
I'm sorry.
he's out there." It's like, wait, weren't you like dying?
Don't worry about it.
You're like, he's no
Bleeding out.
blood on his face anymore. It's just like a little bit on his
Yeah.
suit. It's on his life preserver.
Also, another thing too, love that everybody who fell in the water had a life preserver on.
Yes,
You notice that?
Yeah.
You
Well, they're
could-
being safe, these
you,
teens.
You knew
they're not Quint. I'll
well,
never
not
put
all
on
of them
a.
did.
I'll never put on a life jacket.
The
again.
ones who the ones who didn't fall in the water, unsurprisingly, weren't wearing a life jacket. Isn't that really convenient?
Oh,
Oh, wow.
I see what you're
Interesting.
saying.
So you mentioned we were obviously not going to go plot beat by plot beat, but to take it somewhat from the
impossible.
beginning, you mentioned Brody has PTSD. I guess because he's the only one on this island that remembers the events of a couple summers
Yes.
previously.
Two-
He has no respect in this town.
No, it's
No one gives a fuck what he thinks is happening. The mayor who went through a whole thing, and the last time we see the mayor in the first movie, they're ponying up a bunch of money to pay Quint to go take care of this problem, and Brody and Hoover go with him. The mayor's forgotten about all that. He's back to not giving a shit and being a dumbass. And so is everybody else, aside from Mrs. Brody, who's sort of on Roy Scheider's side of like, yeah, these weird, we hate this whole town. It's like, why do you live here?
Yeah.
I also love the problems that they're bringing to the chief of police. You know, like the girl across the street, she's causing my son distractions.
I forgot about that.
She's dancing she's distracting my son. It's like, I don't think it's the matter for the chief of police.
It sounds like your son is a peeping Tom.
Yeah, why don't your son close the blinds?
Why is your son looking?
And yeah, just like all of he gets no respect. You know what I mean? You know, but
Yeah, very
it is funny how he also kind of acts like a shark expert when they have the dead orca.
Yes. Why is he? Why is there a police presence
Yes.
when that scientist is there? Actually, there's like about 40 people watching her do that.
Yeah. The killer whale that was,
The orca.
and then there's also like, sorry, lost my train of thought.
No problem.
Well, they introduced this shark expert, and you're like, oh, this is the shark
Yes.
expert of the movie, and that's the only scene she's in.
Exactly. Yeah.
And she gets a lot of lines.
And you thought she was going to be like, okay, this is the Hooper replacement, right?
And she's like going back and forth with Brody and like correcting him on things and like, oh, here's a person who understands sharks. And again, everyone else on this island forgot about sharks.
Except for the little girl, she goes, I know what that is. That's a shark tower. He's looking out for sharks.
Yes.
I saw that in Florida. And the mayor's like, shut the fuck
no, it's
up.
not. It's for birds.
It's for birds.
Bird watching.
It's like, what?
Yeah.
Just, do you not remember?
No
how
one
many people
remembers.
died in Jaws?
A
3?
So that also like
At least 3.
gets to a lot of the differences. So famously, Jaws is kind of split down the middle. Most of the cultural remembrance of it is like, oh, the mayor doesn't want to close the beaches, and then they're out on the Orca at sea or whatever. All the at sea stuff's really only in the second half of the movie. Most of it is like a good small town, high energy hour-ish of the movie where you're dealing with the mayor and the local politics and the economics and everything the filmmakers want to say about that. There's just like no juice when the shark's not on screen in this movie.
Yeah.
And for as much as they do show the shark, there is like a 45-minute period right in the dead center of the movie where like nothing is happening.
The montage with all the teenagers having fun. I paused and I go, how much more of this movie is there? It was like hour 15.
I paused the first time I paused and checked how much time. It was less than halfway into the movie. It was like
I was like, all right, this is for the pod.
I watched it in 2 sittings.
That's probably the only palatable way to do it.
Kind of was falling asleep the one night, and I was
It's
like,
crazy.
we need to finish this the next day.
Yeah.
This film, which is the best movie we'll cover this month, it does start the trend of the Jaws sequels where there's a lot about Brody's family that you don't care to know going on.
Yeah.
And the focus on his wife becomes more and more as the series continues.
Oh, really?
Have you seen all of the sequels?
Yeah, of
Okay.
course.
How many are there?
4 official.
And Roy Scheider's in all of them?
No,
Okay.
this is the last one Roy Scheider's in.
Okay. But his wife's the same actress.
So
as in?
Jaws 3D is sort of an offshoot. There's sort of an implication that it's like everyone sort of died in between the movies.
Oh, whoa.
And then Jaws 4: The Revenge is about Lorraine, Elaine, Brody. Jaws 4: The Revenge, if you don't know about it, the short version is the revenge in the title is referring to the shark. The shark is taking revenge on Brody's family for killing all the other sharks.
Gotcha.
She moves to the Caribbean to try and get away from the sharks because they've killed.
Why not move to Omaha?
They've killed at this point by Jaws 4. The sharks have killed Brody and all of their sons.
Wait, no
So
way.
Sean and Mike are done, huh?
Yeah, they're done. So she moves to the Caribbean, starts a romantic relationship with Michael Caine,
No way.
and the shark follows them from Amity Island to the Caribbean to try and kill her because he's last on her hit list. She's last on his hit
I'm
list.
moving to Omaha, to get away from this.
Like Halloween 5, there's a psychic connection between Mrs. Brody and this giant shark.
No, there's not.
There is, and that's how he knows how to find her in the Caribbean with Michael Caine. You want to watch Jaws 2, which is substantially better.
How long is Jaws for?
I don't know, 40 minutes? No, I'm kidding. I don't. It's probably they're all at like 2 hours ish. You gotta get those.
That's pretty crazy.
You gotta sell those double bills.
It's the same actress though.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Jaws 3 is like a weird thing, and then Jaws 4 doesn't really acknowledge Jaws 3 happened. I haven't watched it in a while. Dennis Quaid's in Jaws 3.
Wow.
They're in like a SeaWorld style park where a big shark swam in from the sewer. There's people.
I do think this is probably better.
It's substantially better.
But I will
It
say
just doesn't really have a lot of juice.
Better is subjective though. Like those sound
Yes.
more fun.
yeah.
That's why we're doing them.
Yeah.
Jaws 2 is in a weird place where it's like, I don't think I hate it. There's stuff that's fine.
My wife was like, I'm surprised that this is such a low budget movie. And in my head, I'm like, I'm not so sure it is a low budget
It
movie.
is. They show the shark a lot.
Like
Yeah.
I imagine it was fairly like high budget, just shitty filmmaker.
Yeah.
Like just
It is
No
crazy that how much Steven Spielberg does bring the juice though comparatively,
Yeah.
like
There's no style to the filmmaking. There's no
interesting
to the
shots.
characters.
Yeah,
there's no development for any characters.
It might be the worst edited like horror film I've ever seen. Like the editing,
there's no tension.
The editing of like major events in the movie, it's so poorly done.
Yeah.
To where it's almost like comedy as opposed to anything else.
You don't really.
It's really bad.
I think too what you saying that when the Sean is on the boat.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to understand spatially, like where everything is happening. I'm like, I feel like I'm getting nauseous.
It's because
I'm nauseated.
They split up these completely identical teens onto 7 different small boats that all go in different directions.
I was going to put my hair down so I could be like them, but I forgot.
Sometimes the boats are together. Sometimes they're not. I don't understand. Like the older son makes it back to Brody, but the younger son doesn't. And I was like, when did they separate? And I was like, oh, an hour ago?
Yeah,
It's the guy
why
with
did they
big
separate?
glasses who is like trying to ask out the girl?
There's a couple nerdy coated guys though.
There's the guy with the book
There's
who's
the
like
nerdy coated
emo.
big hair.
And he's the
nerdy
one.
coated
He's
long
from Christine.
hair.
He's the main actor in Christine.
Christine's dope.
Stephen King?
Yeah, the John Carpenter.
Yeah, the actor's not Stephen King.
Oh no.
But yeah,
And then it's like the Napoleon Dynamite looking guy.
Yep.
He's the one who takes.
he was like, she never pays attention to me, and it's like unclear who he's talking about.
It's like
because
which
they
girl?
all look the same, and you're never.
Also, I love how
you're never introduced to any of them.
the teenagers all have a bar that they can hang out at. I'm like, I know it's 79, but like this is a straight up bar. These kids cannot be here.
I so loath to do this, but CinemaSins does ding them for there's more underage kids than there are adults in this bar.
Yeah, literally.
They're not wrong.
I'm like, when did kids have like a bar that they could hang out?
Yeah, and when Mike's like, of course I'm going to say, like, there's nothing else to do. It's like, well, I guess you go hang out at the child bar.
Yeah, just chill there.
And then the girl's like, oh, you don't get to go out if you don't want. He's like, I can go out. She's like, all right, tomorrow at 8:00, his boat. And then he gets there and she's like, well, I didn't know you'd be here. It's like, you invited me.
I just said. You do everything your parents say. It's like, well,
45 seconds
most
ago,
of
you
the
invited me.
And also, is Mike
No one remembers sharks happened in this movie.
the one in Jaws 1 who like mimics Roy Schreiber? Is that who Mike's supposed to be? You know,
That's a
where
great scene.
he's like eating.
Yeah, remember
It's-
character moments.
It's like a really touching scene. He's like, give us a kiss, you know?
Yeah.
I was wondering if that was the same kid. I was like, man, this child actor mogged old Mike in this scene right here.
Yeah, totally. There's just like characters in the first movie.
There's
not in this one.
definitely nothing very quotable.
I think so. Talking about all these kids we can't remember, and then in the first movie, the young boy that dies, Alex,
Yes.
that is like so far off the beach.
Slaps.
The dolly zoom. Yeah, how much time do they spend on
Grandma
that
slaps
kid's
him.
death? The extremely old mom, who is very grandma coded, who slaps Roy Scheider at the pier.
He does say, my son is dead. Sorry. You're
Yeah.
all right. It is his son.
Yeah, the lady like calling his name on the beach and he's not
Yes.
coming, and you're like, oh fuck, and like how impactful that is to the town versus like
And the
these kids are getting murked. Like 5 people die before the action starts, and the mayor's just like, it's a boating accident. No one gives a shit.
Yeah. Is it a boating accident?
There's no body, so it's probably not sharks. It's like, well, that feels like the most evidence that someone was eaten.
I will say the photo of the shark does not look like a shark.
The eye.
Yeah. I'm like, oh, it's a shark. I'm like, I thought it was going to be very apparent that it
Yeah.
was a shark. And I'm like, it doesn't
It's
really look like
dumb that they're playing up a thing where you're like, man, maybe Brody has lost it, and it's like, no, we the audience,
we know that it's a shark.
you just give us
You open
70 minutes.
the opening
of no one-
scene is a
Yes.
shark eating a photographer.
Yes.
And the camera's going off. You're like, oh, those pictures are going to come in handy.
Yeah.
And then like,
An hour later, they dramatically shows the pictures being developed, and it takes a full minute. You're like, no, I remember when the
also,
camera
like,
was taking them.
why does he need to get fired?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, can't he just like, can't you have the picture
Think-
and they don't believe him? And then he like, cause he for all intents and
be
purposes,
fair-
he uses the police boat. He should be fired for shooting at the kid.
I was going to say, like, to be
Pointing the gun
fair,
at the
he
kid.
should be fired.
But does he need to do that as well? Right? Like, can he not just like tell everybody to get off, like out of the
Yeah.
beach, shoot in the air, and then that's it? You know,
He was
like,
trying to shoot the shark, which we know from a few years ago.
doesn't work.
He of all people.
He really should know.
But again, they're playing up this like, man, maybe Brody's lost it thing, and it's like, and it does that for over an hour of the movie, where as the audience, you know that he hasn't, and it's so frustrating. We've done this before,
but it's so inconsequential, right? Because
it's also so he still gets to use
to use the police boat.
He's still calling people like, Chief, is that you? It's like, well, technically, no.
It doesn't resolve. Like the movie just ends with him on the little life-saving raft.
Yeah,
but you know, like
it gives a.
I'd be worried about another shark coming and make that.
That's what I'm saying. No one can contact you because you just cut off power to the island.
Yeah.
You're stuck on a rock island, which is like the only thing between that and Ireland is the Atlantic Ocean, apparently.
As they say.
Yeah.
Like
I think you made a good point earlier when you were talking about how the first half of the movie is like running around town doing stuff. I kept waiting for something to happen in this. I kept being like, okay, we're an hour and a half in, we're hour 15 in, something is gonna happen now. And it just is like, oh, they're 5 miles offshore. And that's where the whole movie takes place.
The son dying is the catalyst for, the town's taking it seriously now. The mayor's sad. My son was out on that beach too.
Quinn's hired.
Yeah. And then there's like there's this propulsion, a decision's been made, we're going.
Yeah.
Nothing like that really happens. It's just like, this is sort of the initial rescue. Like when that kid dies or when Brody's youngest son is in the pond or whatever and gets saved.
Yeah.
This is sort of that part of the sequence where like the town doesn't believe him yet.
Yeah.
But it's actually the climax of the movie in this one.
Yeah.
Which is more frustrating. There's less development for everybody. Everyone is several steps back from where they ended the last movie.
Yes.
Also, like, how does he not know where the lighthouse is? Right? Like,
yes. In everyone else's defense, it's the Ted Lasso problem where it's like his third season of coaching in high level European football, and he still doesn't know like basic rules of soccer. And you're like, at this point, you're bad at your job.
Yeah,
you're an incurious person, which I know is not the point of the show.
And goes against the show. Be curious.
Exactly. Yes. And it's like, well, you should have learned basic strategy of soccer by your third season as an extremely highly paid professional doing this. This is your whole job.
Yes.
Similarly, Brody, you live on a very small island, and someone's like,
and you're the chief of police.
Go to this major
has
landmark.
No
and he's
interest
like,
in boats.
How am I supposed to know where that is?
He's like, starboard. He goes, just point.
Don't give me that shit. Just point. God damn it!
It's like, you should probably be an expert.
You should know starboard.
Get up there with Mike
by now. Yeah,
like
by now you
have
should
Mike
know.
teach you the ropes. It could be a good father-son thing instead of
Mike
making him paint the freaking
Caribbean's
shithouse.
like a champ. So
yeah.
it's like,
and then the first one, he's tying all those ropes. He's like, I got it. And then
there's not a whole point of the part of the first movie where it's him learning to be on a boat and how to do stuff.
Yeah. Really just a swing and a miss, this movie. Also,
from the beginning, everyone is just in a bad mood also.
Yeah.
Everyone in the movie hates what they're doing, is mad at each other from the jump.
He's like late. It's like, why are you late, dude? Like, how big is this town?
Yeah.
Everybody's
getting on a ferry. He's like, it's like, you're going to have to take a ferry to get there.
He blames another character who we haven't met yet for having the keys to the Jeep. And it's like, you don't have your own car? You share your car with your coworkers?
I also do love that his second in command makes another
fucking
appearance
sucks.
from the first film. He's just like the most like, gosh, Chief,
Oh,
like,
man.
what could you do?
I guess I will go. I mean, I can't let you take this, but I'm not doing dick. So let me just jump on there with you.
They can't fire both of us, Chief.
It's like, no, they can fire both of you.
I think I guess answer to the question of why Brody gets fired is so his second in command can have, I guess, a little bit of character development. He's always on Brody's side, but he goes from being kind of like a ineffectual nothing to like he doesn't care about being fired and he lets Brody take the boat. But that's not focused on.
I mean, it's even better that these things like aren't picked up in part 3, right? Because at the very least, they could have been like, "Hey, all right, let's continue Brody's story here, post Chief life. Maybe he's the new Quint or something." No, we're just gonna.
I love that.
Yeah.
I also love how he's got to say like a cool badass line before he
Smile,
kills the
you
shark.
son of a bitch.
I do like that. it
Open
does
wide.
Open
It's-
wide.
or say ah. Say
yeah,
ah.
It's like
Yeah,
not
as
nearly
he
good.
holds the
He's
thing
like-
and then jumps away, and apparently he's fine.
That's water isn't conductive.
I do like how he caught.
It's
on-
salt water.
the shark catches on fire and then does sink in and does go out. I was like, that's
Yeah.
fun. I thought that was fun.
Yeah.
That's
I will say
the
the
schlockiness
explosion-
in the original where the shark gets to explode in that too. That like, oh, I'll allow it. The movie's earned that. And it's like,
Yeah.
this movie doesn't earn its explosions.
The explosion for when the girl shoots the flare, that was a practical explosion. I was kind of blown away, literally. was
I
like,
think you mean that was a boating accident.
Oh, and then
I was
that's the thing too.
surprised that they
Okay.
they blew up a boat.
I'm just remembering. Okay, the that boy and the girl are like making out, and then she just like stops because she hears the boat, and she runs
She's like,
and she's like, "Hey, what's up?" And I'm like, "Oh, she must know.
she
them."
must know this guy. Yeah,
And then they watch this like,
Yes.
horrific accident.
and they're just like, "Hmm."
Can we go now?
Yeah.
Just peace out.
what?
I'm like,
No,
did you know
just
these
witnessed
people?
two
Did you know?
people die.
And you
Brody-
just are so excited to see them.
Yeah. You knew them personally. Brody later tells the mayor, like, I have witnesses. There was a massive explosion. It's a small town. Presumably you could see it from the shore.
Also, that
And the
woman's
mayor's
house
like,
is,
yeah,
too close to
there's
the
no
beach.
one.
The mayor's house.
No, the woman who's like
Oh, yeah.
watching.
Wow.
She's reading her book. She's
See.
like, nah, I don't know about this.
As live in Rhode Island now.
I will
and
say-
like living in coastal Massachusetts, there's a big problem with people building too close to beaches. You got to look out for erosion.
That's another thing, though. Like going back to, because this is really about me and my feeling about Jaws.
Yeah.
Is that like I didn't love Jaws. I think it's not being a New Englander and then moving here. I think you really love Jaws if you grew up in this part of the country. I think,
I like Jaws, and I didn't grow up in this part of the country, but I know what you
but
mean.
in spirit, you did.
I do think that's fair. In spirit, I feel like I grew. I do feel like as a young man, I was like, I'm a New Englander at heart, and I eventually made my way here. I will
feel
say
like-
my heart rate jumped when they shouted out Rhode Island, even though it was Newport. I was like,
Newport.
oh, sweet,
Some
Rhode
rich
Island
guys.
mentioned. Let's go.
Some rich guys from Newport are coming
Yeah,
here
I
and
was
fuck
like,
our wives.
boo, but thank you for saying Rhode Island, but boo. I was so excited. I think that's somewhat fair. I feel like I have a Rhode Island, New England spirit.
I also feel like specifically where you grew up, there's a lot of anti-New England vibe.
More so than I think any other region in the country.
Well, because New England's silly and like.
And New York is famously not silly. Bentley's gone. He's leaving.
Bye, Bentley.
He's had enough.
Oh.
Oh, wow. That's fun. What is this? I think Patrick in particular, you've got a lot of feelings, which is totally fine.
Well, it's. I do have a lot of feelings, and I'm glad that
on
you're
New
saying
England.
that my feelings are fine. But
Which is fine.
no, I just feel like it has to be the movie has to hit different when you're used to your summers being like
Yeah.
going
going out on boats with your friends,
Yes.
or going to the
Totally,
underage
totally.
kids bar.
Yes.
Like, if you don't,
who,
like-
who among us has an
Who among us?
like, I not that like people don't have a fondness for Jaws, but I feel like, like there's a specific part of what the first movie does with Bentley. What you laid out is like the town is really important in the first one. It's not in this one
Mm-hmm.
at all, but it still has that like kind of summer New England teen thing.
Yeah.
As opposed to like Camp Crystal Lake or something where it's like people presumably know
Yeah.
summer camps
Yeah.
as like things with like a lake.
Just normal New Jersey area.
And part of what I don't get is like, maybe this is something that like now too watching it, like we all kind of know like sharks aren't just going to like,
get you.
just gonna, I mean, sharks do exist. People are in like shark accidents,
Yeah.
but they're not like,
They do eat
Act-
helicopters.
they're not, they're not actively trying to kill you and your entire family.
You have a psychic connection with
No,
the
yeah.
shark.
They're animals. If they're full, they're not going to keep coming back.
Yeah, they'll eat one person and move on probably.
Yeah.
And generally speaking, they won't eat a whole person. Never mind their whole family. Develop a psychic connection with your wife. Follow her to break up her relationship with Michael Caine. You're in the Caribbean.
I just kind of feel like some of the, and that's might be my feeling of Jaws, is like some of it's just like lost on me. Like
I think that's fair. Yeah. So I growing up in Massachusetts near to the coast. Summer wasn't, I didn't really have boat friends, but we went to the beach a lot, go down the Cape, and the Cape, like Martha's Vineyard, is where these movies were filmed. Very much, if something goes wrong and they have to close the beach, that is the one season a year where these towns make all of the money they have to run for the entire year. Because 3 seasons out of the calendar year, there's no tourism money at all, and they run entirely on the tourism money they get there. So yeah, that economic thing is an actual thing happening where,
yeah, and I just
not that this movie does anything really with that.
well, it doesn't, and that's like kind of what makes this movie even sillier. Just like,
but we did have the child bars for sure.
Yeah,
yeah, the milk bars.
Yeah, that's a movie you should put on your list to watch. Milk Money. Have you seen that movie?
No.
Ed Harris.
Ed Harris.
Shout out.
It's a.
I was thinking of like a kid movie. And then
It is
Ed
a kid
Harris
movie. It is a kid movie.
They
It's a kid who saves money to hire a prostitute. His like milk money. To
Okay,
get
Ed Harris makes more
Ed
sense
Harris
now. Is the prostitute?
Yes. No. Ed Harris falls
He's
in
like
love
the
with the
pimp?
prostitute.
Oh, okay.
Is he the child?
No, he's the child's father.
Is he still alive?
Ed Harris?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
great.
yeah.
But you should. That's like a very bad movie. That would be fun to do. But you should have seen it by now, really.
He's in A History of Violence too, right?
Yeah. No, Eastern Promises. Is he in History of Violence as well? Yeah.
He's like
He
blind.
is.
and
Yeah.
blind.
He was good in last year's Love Lies Bleeding.
Not seen it.
Yeah. He is really good in that.
They just put him in Crypt Keeper hair pretty much. He's good.
That's
in it.
with Kristen Stewart.
He's like eating
Yeah.
bugs.
She's like a wrestler. Someone's a wrestler.
No,
She's a fan of bodybuilding, and then she's dating someone who is a competitive bodybuilder.
Okay. I feel like I'm always behind on the new movies.
And it turns into like the other person has like this roid rage thing going on that becomes like this sort of like phantasmagoric body horror situation.
I didn't love the movie.
It might not be for me.
It's okay.
It's doing a lot of
good.
stuff.
Body horror is old.
It's very A24.
Yeah.
The movie is very.
It's doing a lot
I'm
of
starting to
stuff.
feel a little some way towards them.
I think the worm is turning. The early reviews on Eddington, the new Ari Aster, are very bad.
Well, I mean, did you see Beau is Afraid?
I like Beau is Afraid,
Well,
and the reviews
you're
are worse
entitled.
than Beau is
You're
Afraid.
entitled to that opinion.
He's the one
It's
with
great.
the podcast.
Where else can you see Joaquin Phoenix's penis?
That's what
don't know.
Rooney Mara says every night.
Where else?
Is that his wife?
Where else
right?
are you gonna
go?
Is that okay?
I was remembering there was an accidental portmanteau that happened talking about Beau's Afraid on the podcast like a year ago, where someone referred to him as Joaquin Phoenix.
Nice.
And I've
That's
never
funny.
not been able to think of that.
That's very funny.
And it fits for Beau's Afraid.
Have you seen Beau is Afraid?
No, not for me.
Yeah.
Is Ari Aster the one who does?
Hereditary.
Yeah, no.
and
I've seen
Midsommar,
Hereditary.
and those are his 4 movies.
I've seen Hereditary, and I will not ever watch it again.
It's
I like
definitely
Hereditary and
is-
Midsommar.
I was forced to
it's-
watch it
Okay.
against my will.
that-
I watched it
Like
right.
Clockwork Orange style.
Yeah, I was with some friends who really liked it.
Okay.
And they were like, Brady, you love film. You got to watch this. Like, it seems a little scary. They're like, no. And then fucking girl gets decapitated.
They told you it wasn't scary?
They were like, oh, it's like not scary.
Okay. I mean, by reputation, when it came out, there was like, this is
Yeah.
the scariest movie since
Yeah, and I was like,
the
I've seen the
original
trailer.
Exorcist.
People said it's scary. They're like, it's not that scary.
The funniest part of that movie, not that we're talking about that, but
There's funny parts in that movie.
I love the fact that they like went to Walgreens to print out their satanic party photos.
It is very funny.
It's like
To make
you
like
had to, like, 1 hour
a scrapbook.
photo. You
Yeah.
had to go like a 1 hour photo place to like lay out your satanic ritual
You're like,
photographs to make the scrapbook. Brilliant.
I love that the guys in the Naked Brothers band is in it.
There's a lot of naked people in it. Which one was he?
He's the main guy. Like because remember that TV show, Naked Brothers band? The son.
No.
Oh, it's like a Nickelodeon show. It's
Oh,
it's like
okay.
Big Time Rush or like Jonas Brothers.
Oh,
It's
like
a band.
the main kid in it.
Yeah.
He's
Who's
really
also
good in that, and then like
Oppenheimer.
hasn't been in a bunch of.
He was
stuff
in
since
something
then,
else
hasn't
too.
he? He's really good at it. I guess it's Oppenheimer.
Was he in
Yeah,
Oppenheimer?
he is in
Okay,
Oppenheimer.
yeah.
He's got a minor role in Oppenheimer, but he is in.
I mean, so does Gary Oldman.
True. This kid has more lines than Gary Oldman does in Oppenheimer. But I think Gary Oldman's better.
So does Rami.
Now we're talking about a movie I like.
A lot of Best Actor winners with 4 to 7 lines in that film.
Yeah. Including
So-
Cillian Murphy.
Now, 4 to 7. So Jaws 2.
Ultimately,
It's fine. I don't want to watch it again.
I will
right
say
now.
you brought up a good point at the beginning of the podcast that this podcast, we started off very strong with probably one of the best movies of the 21st century with Moonlight.
Yeah.
And every podcast I've been on, I wouldn't say it's gotten worse because Conclave is better than like Johnny Mnemonic and Jaws 2.
There's no dolphins.
There's turtles and
Okay, that's true. There's con.
But I will say, I'm ready to find a movie that I'm like, wow, again, and that like I love. Not that I was like, it was okay, you know.
Yeah.
I did
All
really
right.
like Conclave. This is
Well,
fine. No. I'm just saying.
You're not
We're
wrong.
giving you notes on the podcast.
I also
not
That's
think
fine.
on
That's
air.
fine.
Talented Mr. Ripley, which you were not
Yeah.
there for. It's just me, right?
Yeah, it's just you.
I really liked it, and I like Jason the Argonauts. But there's been a couple where I was like,
Argos.
dang, wow. And this is funny how every bad movie we've watched has had a prominently featured sea creature.
Yeah.
Johnny Mnemonic, Jaws 2. What else?
I don't know. I think they're all good.
You think they're all?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, because neither of you came on Cats Month.
Cats
No.
Month.
I skipped that one. Sorry.
There's
did-
sea creatures in there. though.
I did say if you needed someone, if you needed a slot to fill, I would be there.
Everyone else was excited to be on. So
I'm happy for you
I think Patrick's probably had a better roster of films.
yeah.
because he's also he's open minded to horror.
Yeah, but we watched New Nightmare, which isn't great.
New Nightmare, Daybreakers was at least like.
Daybreakers-
Here's the thing.
Oh, that's fine.
Were you here for it?
No.
Okay.
Never would have watched that otherwise.
But that's also like
it's fine.
it's pretty good. Like
Yeah, but you're
Constantine was
getting
fine.
like solid like at worst B minuses, and Brady's getting a lot of C's.
Constantine was, I feel like, a C plus.
I like
C plus.
Constantine.
C plus.
I liked
minus.
I liked Constantine more than
Big
Jaws
Tilda
2.
Swinter.
I liked it significantly
Well,
more
what's-
than Jaws 2.
So okay, so what's your so,
Well,
so you want better
got
movies?
Spartacus.
No.
Like heavy hitters.
I think I want more
Spartacus.
movies that challenge what I like that I wouldn't typically watch,
Spartacus was a challenge.
but that are good.
Okay.
Like one movie that I've been wanting to watch, Chungking Express. Is that how you say
Oh,
it?
yeah.
I've never seen it,
we can
Okay.
get into Wong Kar Wai.
but
Yeah.
I've never. And I was like, oh, that seems like kind
Wong
of
Kar July.
Wong Kar July. Here we go.
Oh, he's very good at stuff like that.
He's very
He
good.
really is. Like
That's a good
anytime-
one.
I'm
Wong
not
Kar
trying to
July is
be
really
like,
good.
oh, I'm not trying to be like reductive because like obviously Patrick is very creative and very smart. But it's like if you need something with, and obviously he's like a published poet, so like I'm not trying to I'm not trying to call him like, oh, it's like a surprise. But if you need like wordplay or anything fun or creative, just throw it past
I'm the
this
guy.
He
I'm the
really
guy.
is the guy.
I'll knock it
though.
out the park.
That's why it's been like the last 3 months you've been gone.
Yeah.
There's been a brain drain.
Yeah.
In the office because it's like there needs I will say, and we can cut this out of the podcast, but I will say people are
Dangerous to put something like that this deep in. I might not check.
I know. They're like,
we can wait. We can wait.
No, it's okay. They're like, oh, your man crush is coming back, and like he's just my
Oh.
friend. Like you don't need to like make it like a weird like thing. Like two guys can just be friends. Like your best friend is coming back. I'm like, yes, Patrick is my good friend, but like stop acting weird when he's like coming back. And they're like, are you like counting down the days? I'm like, I've thought about him coming back.
Okay, so can we? Maybe we need to ramp it up for them now.
Yeah.
Like-
just be like
Have flowers for him
every
first day.
I have like little like
It's
chocolates and everything.
Guys give each
too.
other flowers on Father's Day. It's fine.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But they've been doing that. I'm like, yeah, no, like it would be nice to talk to somebody who's into the same things that I'm into.
Yeah. Yeah. You mean you don't want to talk about like Love Island or Or,
They did actually ask me about Love Island.
I'm sure they did.
And they were like, "Do you watch it or just test watch?" I'm like, "No, she does not."
What's the like shitty period piece show that's what on Netflix?
Oh, Bridgerton.
Bridgerton, yeah.
Is that a period? I don't think. I think
It
it's
is,
just.
right?
I think it's just they just wear dresses because I think
But
they have
it's-
like
it's
modern
period
music,
piece.
don't they?
Yeah,
And
yeah,
they
that's
have-
period.
Is it? I thought it was like in a fictional land.
I think that.
Oh,
could
it's
still
like
be-
Victorian.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like
Is
it's
it?
based,
not-
I genuinely. I thought it was
like
a
neoliberal
fantasy.
Victoria.
I thought it was
is
like a
my
fantasy.
understanding.
Yeah, because there's like people of color who are like
Yeah.
gentry. Not that doesn't happen like in
Not
certain
in
places.
England.
Yeah, I thought it was in a fantastical land, so now I'm learning stuff. I thought it was like in like the kingdom of like Aravway, like a fake place.
Okay, you're confusing it because Regine Page was also in.
Who's Regine Page?
Save him.
I'm
He was also
serious.
he was also in the Dungeons and Dragons movie.
Yes,
and
I
he's
have
most
seen. I
famous for
really did
Bridgerton.
like that.
Those are
Is
separate
he Bridgerton?
properties. Yeah,
He's the paladin, right? He's like the like.
not in Bridgerton, in Dungeons and
Stop.
Dragons.
I'm gonna look it up. I think you guys are both wrong.
It's
Does
just,
Bridgerton take
It's just
place
sexy.
in the real world?
That's all it
it's
is.
just a sexy period piece show. He's
No,
asking-
Bridgerton does not take place in the real. Okay, it's
Yeah, but it's not like
it's fictional series set in the Regency area of London. Okay,
Jaws does not
no,
take
okay,
place in the
no,
real
all
world.
right.
It takes place in Amity Island, which is not a real
You're right. No, you guys are both correct. I thought it was like a magical land.
Uh,
Should we rate our movies?
yeah, we should.
I've thought of mine once, so please go ahead.
On a scale of 0.5 to 5, on any scale of your choosing, aside from stars, what would you give Jaws 2?
I'd give it. I'm trying to think of something.
Make sure you log on Letterboxd, my lord.
Thanks. 2 gallons of gasoline.
2 flares shot into a boat.
Poured all over yourself.
Pour it all over yourself.
And then ignited.
I give it 2 sodium chloride bullets, or sodium chloride dipped bullets,
Yeah,
which was a really crazy thing that he did.
it was.
Yeah.
I wanted to talk about that, but
I got to start a little higher just so I have room to go down this month. So I'm going to give it. So the actual most lasting cultural thing from this movie that we haven't referenced yet, I'll give it 2.5 out of 5 times that just when you thought it was safe to get back into the podcast. Yeah.
Nice.
I don't know if that works as a noun. The entire phrase is a singular noun, but whatever.
I liked it.
I like that. Yeah.
There we go. I haven't thought of a question yet for this month, but it can be something about Jaws, I suppose. What would you do in a Jaws situation? Or who would you be? Yeah, who in this movie would most represent how you would handle a Jaws situation?
Sean.
Yeah?
Just crying on the top of the boat.
Crying on top
Sean,
of
you gotta grab the rope.
I can't.
This is
I can't
total
swim.
dissociation.
This movie spends 20 minutes on that kid grabbing that rope.
Yeah.
That was
That would be
that
me.
was the big climax scene. In this movie, who would I be?
Yeah. Or who most represents the way you would handle a Jaws situation? Brody, the mayor are 2 main archetypes, but also like maybe you'd be like Larry. I forget which one Larry was.
Given that I can't swim, I would probably be Tina curled up inside the boat, waiting
That
for
makes sense.
Brody to
Yeah.
rescue me. That's probably who I would be if I'm being serious,
Yeah.
because I've never been on a
Respectable.
boat in the ocean in my life.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
You
I've
did
been in the
pretty
Mississippi River, but
It's hard to get a boat friend, you know.
it does it's a mile across,
Yeah.
so it felt pretty crazy.
You gotta get a boat friend, but you don't want to be the boat guy. You want someone else to
Yeah.
have to take care of the boat.
I always heard that the best day in a boat owner's life is the day he buys and the day he sells it.
Yeah.
It's like prison. It's the day you go in and the
You
day
only
you
do
get-
2 days on the boat.
the day you get in, the day you get out.
I want to take the Newport ferry or Block Island ferry at some point this summer. So I will say,
Take a trip to simpler
I
times.
couldn't go. Keep this in, but I couldn't go to it once. And the next week is when there was a big fight on the Block Island ferry.
There's
Yeah.
always a big fight.
And
on the
the-
block.
You weren't. That wasn't you?
I was gonna go. No, it wasn't me. And then the Coast Guard came, and I was like, well, maybe I shouldn't go to Block Island.
That was a
seems-
huge deal.
That seems kind of crazy.
Block Island's silly. It's
It's
weird.
silly.
Is it like Amityville? Amity Island?
Yeah, a little
I think
bit. Yeah.
smaller.
Yeah,
You
but
can like rent a bike and just do the whole island.
Will I get seasick? I have a weak stomach.
Depends if the weather's bad that day on the ferry. But
Yeah.
ferries are big enough that they're not really.
Yeah, you don't
They're not
really-
like really wildly rocking.
and
Unless
it has
the
like
sea's
an
very rough.
inside, so you
Yeah.
don't necessarily have to be open air.
Yeah.
So it kind of feels like you're just like sitting in
Just kind of going up.
you're just like sitting in an
Yeah.
old cafeteria kind of.
I'd say take
Oh.
the ferry to Newport and see how that is because you're not really out in the ocean.
Is one longer than the other?
Yeah, you gotta get like into the ocean to get to Block Island.
That's kind of what I want to do.
then
I've
do that.
read Moby Dick, and I've thought I could.
so one's longer than the other from here, but for Block Island, you'd probably leave from like Point Judith.
Yeah.
Which is near Westerly, right?
Sort of. No, not
It's on
really.
the way. It's
kind
on the
of-
way up to Providence.
It's pointier.
It's more east than Westerly.
Okay,
Yeah,
everything is.
everything is. Most things aren't. That was stupid. So who would you be? It was Tina. Tina was
I'd
a
be
good
Tina.
answer.
I'd be
Crying.
Sean. Who would
I
you be?
literally would be Tina.
Normally, I put myself in a corner where it's a question that like, well, next week I'll have pretty much the same answer, but this time I'll do it based on this movie. Who would I most represent? I don't know. I'd try to help, but ultimately, I don't think I necessarily would. I wouldn't be holding the cable and like trying to bait the
So
shark.
you'd be
into
second in
biting it.
command. You would have
You
given
would
the
be
boat.
You would be the
Yeah.
You
guy
would
that
enable him
becomes
to have the
chief.
boat, and then
Yeah,
I think that's true.
yeah.
new chief.
I wouldn't be a cop though.
Okay,
Maybe new
Mrs. Brody.
Yeah, I'd be Mrs. Brody. I'd be trying to figure out the mentality of this shark. I'd be really dramatically being like, my husband's on that ocean, and then like running towards the water and staring wistfully and being like, I'm looking at it real mad until it gives me my husband back. That's actually a good actress too, but she gets done dirty by this. We didn't really mention a lot of the behind the scenes stuff. Roy Scheider basically made this movie at gunpoint. He hated the experience of making it.
Oh wow!
And didn't want to, but left the Deer Hunter and for the studio to not be mad at him and hold him accountable for that, they made him make this movie.
So he left Deer Hunter.
Yes.
He was
Okay.
going.
Who was he replaced by?
I don't know. The deer. I don't know. I didn't do research for this.
Left Deer Hunter for Shark Hunter. Am I right?
Why?
Yeah. But famously, this was a terrible experience. He hated it. He got into a fist fight with the director.
Wow.
Good for him.
Anyway. You can find our stuff on Linktree, linktr.ee/late2movies. Thank you, Patrick and Brady, for being on this episode.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And
Pleasure.
We'll see you next time.
It was great.
It's great.